Ich bin
Got
gut
that
heute,
first.
danke. Ah, I got that. No, this is not right. Ich bin gut, danke. Und dir?
Mir geht es
Right.
auch gut, danke.
Okay. And we are live on Facebook because I just heard the replay working. So I'm going to hide that. And welcome to the show, everybody. And this afternoon's show, the first topic is how can I improve my vocabulary? So if you'd like to start and tell us about that.
Yes, this came from a student this week who had done German before, and he's now brushing up on it again because he hasn't used his German for a while. And while we're sort of brushing up, he said, I remember most of the grammar, but I'm really lacking vocabulary. How can I improve it? Or how can I increase it on my own at home? And I said to him, well, one suggestion is and this is more really aimed at us as beginners, you could use some of those websites where you have flashcards. Memrise is the one that probably comes to mind first, where you have sets of words that you learn, and then you do some mini tests where you can practice until you're any good with them. And Memrise has got various courses, sometimes, the most 1,000 used German words, or various topics aimed at textbooks, or various other topics as well. But those are all really sort of general words, and they may be a good idea in the beginning, but they may not be of so much interest later on. You can also use some other sites, of course. Another one I'm thinking of is Learn with Oliver, where you can get newsletters as well. And those are actually words and phrases and sentences, which is quite important, because just learning the words is A, extremely boring, and B, not very useful either. But a more personal idea is, and that's really possibly more aimed at sort of intermediate to advanced people rather than beginners. Beginners probably want to learn sort of basic words so they've got some groundwork to work with. But once you know a little bit of German already, why not make your own lists, and with topics that you're interested in? So I once suggested to somebody who's heavily interested in I've forgotten which one, but one of the German football clubs, and he sort of follows how they're doing. And so a good idea for him would be to go onto their website and read the articles, or just to read the articles for the fun of it, because this is something you're interested in. But for vocab building, he could then make a list with the words that he doesn't know. So in this case, football-related words. He doesn't know them. He makes a list, and he then finds out what they mean in English, and he could learn those. And going back to Memrise, he can make his own flashcards on Memrise, and so he could create a course, but keep it private so that only he sees them, and then practice those words again. But then the follow-up should be turn those words into sentences. So don't just learn, as I say, very basic now, der Fußball or something like this, yeah, but also then think of how could I turn that into a sentence that's useful for me. That way you're also practicing some grammar again, and you get more ideas for speaking in German as well, because you've got some ideas for sentences. So let's take you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Because you're not a beginner in German, for starters, and but I know you're interested in German, and you can speak German, and you are interested in live video streaming. So
Indeed.
I thought of some words. They're probably a lot easier than you think. So what do you think this means? I'm video streaming.
I'm video streaming. To stream a video.
Exactly. So you could imagine you've read a German text about live video streaming, And that phrase comes in there. Somebody's talking about ein Video streamen. Now, I've chosen really nice, easy vocab because it's pretty obvious. To stream, yeah, the English verb to stream a video, and it's just been Germanized. So ein Video streamen. What about then ein Video erstellen?
Ein Video erstellen is to create a video.
It is. That wasn't quite as easy to recognize because erstellen doesn't look nothing like to create. But if you had made yourself a nice list with those verbs, you would have then looked it up in the dictionary and you would have found out that it is to create a video. Ein Video erstellen. Another really hard one. Ein Video, I can barely say it. Ein Video posten.
Ein Video posten. Now, we can work that out because it means to post a video. Ein Video posten.
Yes, to be quite honest, I think somebody who would make a list with vocab probably wouldn't even bother putting that one in their list unless you just like to see something nice and easy, which sometimes is nice as well. Yeah, but if you're making a list with new vocab, they don't all have to be really hard and really difficult. Yeah, put something in there where you actually do know the answer, just to make it a bit easier. I've got a phrase. Eine Live-Übertragung auf Facebook starten. Right. Sorry, that wasn't English pronouncing. That should be starten. Eine Live-Übertragung auf Facebook starten. This is what happens when you German and English at the same time.
Okay. Eine Live-Übertragung auf Facebook. You see, I've got it now. Starten means, well, I'm going to work it out. Starten actually is English is start. So that's a good, and then a live video is Live-Übertragung, and then on Facebook. So the answer is start a live video on Facebook.
Absolutely. Now, those are fairly, like I just said, they are fairly easy phrases. So the next task then would be, if those were the words you wanted to learn, is to turn them into sentences.
So can you now turn those phrases into sentences?
Can you turn those phrases into sentences? We've had ein Video streamen, but that just means stream a video. That's not much of a sentence.
Right, so we're basing it on ein Video streamen, and I'm going to suggest that wir streamen ein Video jetzt. Oh, sorry, I know I get it wrong. Wir streamen jetzt ein Video.
Wir streamen jetzt ein Video, yeah. So if you were having a conversation, you could do your next live video show in German. So wir streamen jetzt ein Video. What about ein Video erstellen? How could you turn that into a sentence?
Right, okay. Now, what I want to say, and it is true, is man kann leicht mit Facebook Live ein Video erstellen.
Absolutely.
So that is taking ein Video erstellen, which is to create a video, and then if we come back to my answer, over to you.
That is a correct sentence. I personally, because I'm still not really that au fait with Facebook live videos, would disagree with the leicht choice. That it's easy to do a video on Facebook Live, but I know it is for you, and the sentence is brilliant.
It is like, thank you, it's just like learning a language. It's the practice makes perfect, or nearly perfect.
Yes.
We can but strive. So the third question that we had,
it was ein Video posten.
Ein Video posten, and I've turned that into a sentence by saying, Ich habe gestern 3 Videos gepostet, which translates to, I'm asking you this time. I posted 3 videos yesterday.
Exactly. Ich habe gestern 3 Videos gepostet.
Yeah, if I want to say on YouTube, would it be am YouTube or
Auf YouTube, I think it
of
is.
YouTube? Of course it
Yeah.
will.
Now,
See,
I have to admit that sometimes I'll have to think, because this is not really my sort of vocabulary either. All these things are new to me. So just like English people would need to learn, I mean, all these words to stream a video and do live recordings and all that, those are all new words as well in English as there are in German.
Yes.
So
it's all vocab.
Yeah, it's definitely increasing vocab for all of us.
Right. So
we had one more, didn't we?
When we went through our questions, question 4 was eine Live-Übertragung auf Facebook starten. And my challenge from you was to turn that into a sentence. Well, it's already a phrase, but I have made 2 parts of that because this is factual. 6 Uhr will ich mit Ehren eine Live-Übertragung auf Facebook starten. So at 6 o'clock tonight, I will start a live video on Facebook with Aaron. That's quite a complicated sentence.
That is already good, because you then have to think sort of word order as well, and possibly time, manner, place, and all things like that. So from a phrase or just a word like Live-Übertragung and starten and that, you've actually turned it into a whole sentence, and a true one as well.
But I've turned it into a paragraph, because I went on to say, wir werden über social sharing sprechen. So we'd like to be talking about social sharing. So you can take that phrase and you can build it into a sentence and then add on, can't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, maybe for the next Ask Angelika, you could turn this into a 500 words essay.
I don't think we'd have time to broadcast that in 15 minutes. But just to go back to the sentence, which was 6 Uhr will ich mit Ehren eine it keeps trying to say live Übertragung auf Facebook starten. Sorry.
The problem with a sentence like that, actually, with the difficult bit is it's got English words in it.
Yes.
And that sometimes it throws you. You're in the swing of using your German accent and speaking in German, and all of a sudden an English word is in there, and then sometimes they're the worst words to say in German. But life is still life, and Facebook is still Facebook, which makes it easier.
It's just, and then the other one was wir werden über social sharing sprechen. We will talk about, or we would like to talk about, social sharing, which is the topic tonight. Now, to anybody who's watching at the moment, we can see your comments, and if you do want to come on air and ask Angelika a question, you'll find the link above the post if you want to join us. Well, amazingly, we are in our 15th minute. So there you are. So that was, I mean, what do you feel about it?
It's given me another idea. If anybody who is either watching it now or is watching it later on YouTube and thinks, oh, that sounds like a really nice idea, but I'm not interested in live video creating. I'm interested in, I don't know, horse riding or knitting or marathon running. If anybody would like me to talk about any of those topics in 2 weeks' time, please let me know. You won't get a 500 words essay from me, but I just hopefully, depending on the topic, show where there are some sites, for example, worth looking at, and how somebody could use those sites to create a word list or a vocab list with interesting words which turn into phrases, which will turn into sentences. So if anybody wants to know, we can increase your vocabulary in 2 weeks' time, maybe.
Excellent. To everybody who's watching the replay, if you want to know more, then there is an Ask Angelika group on Facebook, and you type Ask Angelika into the search box, and you'll find the group, and you are welcome if you are interested in German or learning German or hearing more about Germany. Well, that's a wrap. Do you think? Do you want to wrap things up?
Yeah, I think you've just said it all already. So all I can say now is tschüss von mir.
And tschüss von mir. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Tschüss.
Tschüss. Some of those websites where you have flashcards. Memrise is the one that probably comes to mind first, where you have sets of words that you learn, and then you do some mini tests where you can practice until you're any good with them. And Memrise has got various courses, sometimes, you know, the most 1,000 used German words, or various topics aimed at textbooks, or various other topics as well. But those are all really sort of general words, and they may be a good idea in the beginning, but they may not be of so much interest later on. You can also use some other sites, of course. Another one I'm thinking of is Learn with Oliver, where you, and while we're sort of brushing up, he said, I remember most of the grammar, but I'm really lacking vocabulary. How can I improve it? Or how can I increase it on my own at home? And I said to him, well, one suggestion is and this is more really aimed at us as beginners, you could use...
Ich bin gut heute, danke. I got that. No, this is not right. Ich bin gut, danke. Und dir?
Mir geht es auch gut, danke.
Okay, and we are live on Facebook because I just heard the replay working. So I'm going to hide that. And welcome to the show, everybody. And this afternoon's show, the first topic is, how can I improve my vocabulary? So if you'd like to start and tell us about that.
Yes, this came from a student this week who had done German before, and he's now brushing up on it again because he hasn't used his German for a while.